and welcome to Geno's Picks. I know we went 1-3 last week. We're 7-9 overall, 44% on the year, but still so much great football left in the season, and I'm excited about this week's video. So you can't wait to get to it, I'm sure. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Exactly that. I'm excited about this video, but are you people? 400, 500 hits on a great week? I've seen women's shelters that get more hits than that. Yeah, I know, that's terrible, but relax. Even if they're watching the video, it's not like the women at the shelter are listening. You know what I mean. Just retweet the video, for God's sakes. Maybe we get 607 hits next week. All right, now Geno's Picks. My first pick, the Eagles are getting 2.5 from the Giants in New Jersey. Wow, Joe, how bad are your Giants, dude? Well, let's put it this way. They just cut their Week 4 starting running back. No, not David Wilson, who we all, myself included, took a bath on because we all took him way too early in our fantasy drafts. But this guy, Darrell Scott. That's right, it's Darrell. It's spelled D-A''R-E-L. Yeah, apparently he's about as good at spelling his name as he is at spelling other Giant running backs. But you know what? He should have been cut, because what makes you think he's going to be a good running back on the first 2 downs when he's the worst third down back in football, which is why the Giants have the lowest third down yards per carry average. And you know why? When you run that the ball that poorly and have this porous a line on the offense, and you know who I'm talking to, Justin Pugh, ugh, it's no wonder you rank in the bottom third of the league in offense. You know what? It's fitting that the Giants play their games in northern New Jersey because it's the most densely populated area in the country, and that's the only people who have more trouble finding a yard than the Giants. The Eagles, meanwhile, boast the best offense in football that doesn't have Peyton Manning on it. In a game that will show very little defense, I'm looking for the Eagles to take this one. Take the birds and the 2.5 you're getting. My next pick, the Seahawks are giving a field goal to the Colts in Indy. Wow, did we steal a cover last week in the Seahawks-Texans game? Yeah, we sure did, as Richard Sherman picked off one of the dumbest Matt Schaub passes ever. And let me tell you something, that's really saying something, because Matt Schaub has made more ridiculous passes than these guys. Remember? Yeah, Aykroyd and Martin from Saturday Night Live, the wild and crazy Festrunk brothers, sure. But sure enough, with 160 seconds left in the game and the ball at midfield and a 7-point lead, he threw a pick six that gave Seattle not only the win, but the eventual cover, people. Let me tell you something. The North hasn't been that excited to see Sherman running wild since the Civil War. Yeah, shout out to my brother, Seahawks and history teacher. All right, the bottom line is, look, great teams find ways to win when they rally around a leader. And as much as I like Andrew Luck, I adore Russell Wilson, and he is the heart and soul of this Seahawks team. This is going to be a great game, but look for a game-time line of probably 2.5 and a game-winning field goal by Stephen Hauschka. Stephen Hauschka, take Seattle and lay the 3. My next pick, the Packers are giving a touchdown to the Lions in Green Bay. Why? Because the Pack is coming off a bye and the Lions are not. And the Lions are playing on a field that last time I checked is, it's outside. Where if you check, Detroit has gone 3-7 in outdoor games in the past 2 seasons. The Lions even lost the game outdoors this year to the Cardinals, who last time I checked, sucked out loud. And they lost on a beautiful summer day. And you know why? Because Reggie Bush can't play on grass. You ready for this? Reggie Bush averages 5.9 yards a carry indoors, yet once you put him outside, it drops down 3 yards to 2.9 yards a carry. Why do you think Reggie Bush left the beautiful city of Miami and all those babes to play in Detroit? Because the only running back who had more trouble with the grass in Miami was Ricky Williams. So how do you think Reggie Bush is going to do this Sunday with all those indoor sissies on Detroit when they travel to Green Bay, where I'm told it's not only going to be rainy, but the temperature is going to be a lot like Reggie Bush's yardage total, somewhere in the mid-50s. Exactly. The Packers romp in this one, while Reggie Bush once again struggles with a big, sloppy backfield. Take Green Bay and lay the TD. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Bet, or as I like to call it, screw the other 3. This is the one I couldn't wait to get to. People, the Falcons of Hotland are giving 9.5 to the Jets in the Georgia Dome. All right, I'm trying to think who predicted that the Jets would survive September because of a soft schedule. But now the actual season begins where they play football teams. And I'm also trying to think who said the best quarterback on the Jets was Matt Sims, because while he may not complete as many passes as Geno Smith, he also doesn't complete as many passes as Smith does to the other team. Maybe instead of spending a day at football practicing throwing the ball, Geno Smith should spend an afternoon at a retirement home, as that may be the only way he'll ever learn that balls hitting the floor isn't that big a deal, people. Let me tell you, the Jets defense can only stop a team so many times. But this Monday, when they travel to that very loud Atlanta stadium, turnover machine that is Geno Smith will give the Falcons shorter distances to score than Miley Cyrus twerking. We had to use that picture eventually. And let me tell you what the result is going to be. Atlanta goes through the Jets like a wrecking ball. Come on. Come on. All right, take Atlanta, lay the 9.5. We'll see you next week. Those are Geno's picks.